Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all fandoms, welcome to the Ferret and Raccoon podcast, episode 31. I am the Angry Raccoon.
I'm Ferret.
And I'm Ace.
And we are back, rounding off and, starting a new section of 10s, being 31st. Last podcast was the 30th, and it was kind of a special in some sense, because 30, kind of a significant number, and also It was being recorded on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Which was good. I'd like to, first of all, apologise real quick for my voice. I am recovering from a flu/cold, so if I sound different, that's the reason why. But I guess we'll start off as we always do. How have your 2 weeks been, guys, for the most part?
Yeah, it's been really good. Been chilled and stuff. And, what else? So I have to say sorry as well for my voice, because I was at a party last night, and I slept in a cold room with the window was broken, radiator broken, the radiator was leaking as well, so there's water about.
What kind of party? Was it broken before the party started?
Yeah,
okay.
It was leaking and stuff like that. Who cares when you're drunk? And I had one sheet, which I was lucky to have. I had to borrow a jacket, which I'm still wearing now because I just came from there. So sorry for my voice.
You came early. I gave you guys the time, and this guy came like 45 minutes early.
I was just so disoriented. I woke up and I thought, okay, I'm coming.
I mean, it's fine that you came. I was ready, but it was just like, when you sent me that message, I was like, what's he doing here so early? But no worries. Ace, how's things been for you on your front?
Yeah, I haven't been on podcasts. I went on it last time, so it's been a while, because I was busy on Valentine's Day. I haven't... Well, I've kind of been doing a lot, but not a lot at the same time. It's very confusing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like you've been busy enough, but not enough that you can say it's just this one thing. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a film that I watched recently.
Sure, go ahead. What have you been...
Whack it out.
Shall we try and guess what you've been watching, as the section's called?
Yeah, go ahead.
What have you been watching, I guess?
I've been watching Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Yes.
Which
Brilliant name.
It's a perfect name. It's an amazing film. It's 1964 political anti-war satire movie, directed, produced, and co-written by Stanley Kubrick. If you have not watched this film, it's amazing. It's got great cinematography, and you know you're in the right hands when your cinematographer did The Omen and Star Wars.
I mean, can I just say, this is the film that people forget Stanley Kubrick did.
Yes.
I think everyone kind of goes, they go Clockwork Orange, they go The Shining, Space Odyssey, and this film gets overshadowed despite the fact it's just as good as those ones.
It really is.
I mean, maybe people don't realise it's like a satire comedy because it's black and white.
Exactly.
That's why I think it puts people off.
But it's fun. It has probably one of my favourite kind of villain characters in all of film.
Yeah.
And probably one of my favourite scenes as well, which I think it's a pretty famous. It's the bomb scene.
Yeah, the bomb scene.
I know what one to do with that.
Because if you've watched Simpsons and you've seen the scene of Homer on top of the bomb with a cowboy hat, that's from this film.
It's a direct reference to that, which is fantastic. Which is interesting enough. Like, I watched the film before the episode of The Simpsons, so
yeah, same.
It was great to it was the first time I got a reference in The Simpsons, because I've been watching it since I was about 4, so
But yeah, it's a very smart movie. Everyone's names, you might not realise, are actually quite a lot of sex jokes.
Are they?
Yeah, quite a lot of the characters are their names are sex
in
jokes.
the title.
Yeah, Doctor Strangelove as well.
Oh, that's just a beautiful name.
Yeah, a lot of the characters have some sort of obvious reference to sexual infidelity, not infidelity. What's the word when someone can't get it up? Impotency, yes. Yeah.
Well, that's
erectile dysfunction. But
that's one of them, yeah.
Sexual impotency. But very smartly done, and the link of bombs to sex and stuff is very smart. Very well done.
I dropped a bomb last night. I'm joking.
Oh no.
I didn't, but I just wanted to say it because it sounded pretty cool.
It sounds like if you didn't say it, I would have said it.
Yeah, I had to get that first.
But it also has one of my favourite lines in cinema, which is, "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room."
Yeah.
Which is like, do you not see what you're saying? But it's a great film, very smartly done.
I forgot about that line.
Yeah.
It has one of my favourite lines. I won't say it, but
Okay.
it has one of my favourite lines as well. So it's a very quotable movie, isn't it?
It really is.
It's a sly quotable movie.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of movie you can quote, but not people get.
Yeah.
And the person who gets it, that's an immediate high five, right?
Yeah,
there.
exactly. If it's not a high five, it's kind of a like fingers pointing. Like, yeah. I see what.
It's a film I actually need to own in my collection and rewatch again. It's been a while since I've actually seen it.
But it's gonna be cool when they remake it. You know?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll be able to remake that simply because it's too
it's black
smart.
and white.
They'll
It's too
probably
smart.
remake the book it was based off of, but do it serious like the book is. Because the book is serious, but this was he knew it had to be a comedy when it was doing it.
It's a perfect reimagining.
Yeah, because the book is called Red Alert. If anyone wants to know.
Good. Yeah, if Hollywood did remake it, they would. Their justification would be, oh, it's in black and white though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But luckily
Kubrick
they haven't they haven't touched Kubrick's stuff yet.
Yeah,
which is
so they haven't.
amazing.
Which
The only film they should touch is AI. That's the only film they should
Oh.
touch by him because that film is not very good. But
No.
can you blame him? He died halfway through it, so.
that would help. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
when it comes to cinema and all this bullshit with like the remaking and sequel kind of stuff, it comes down to this: I'd much rather have a sequel than a remake.
Yeah.
And if you're going to remake something, make it an adaptation. Do your own version. Don't do it shot for shot. I always say this is because it's the perfect example. Look at John Carpenter's 1985 The Thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Then go look at the 1960s one.
Yeah.
It's fantastic as well. He understood the whole film and made his own version. He did enough with it.
Yeah.
It's very rare you get anything like this because they're too scared.
And then, if you want to see an even different adaptation of The Thing, watch The Hateful Eight. Because there are very strong parallels there.
Yeah, there are some strong parallels. I can agree with that. Anyone who's seen it or maybe just open up quick tab and just start typing in might gather why, I guess. But and don't see the 2014 one because it's terrible.
No.
The only good thing about
the remake.
The only good thing about the remake is the fact that it is the perfect contrast to why the 1985 one is so good.
Yes.
It's the perfect contrast, and it technically also makes the film one of the best prequels of all time.
Yeah, it's
Technically,
true.
yeah, technically makes it the best prequel of all time because people fail at prequels.
I hate prequels so much. It's my pet hate, prequels.
If you've seen the Star Wars prequels and the Hobbit trilogy, then you know why prequels are awful.
But like, it in my opinion, it never ever works because for me, I don't feel any weight behind like the story because it's already like happened and stuff.
Problem
like
is
that.
they always involve the characters that are going to be in the sequel, so they're never in any danger. I mean, it's just you never feel anything for it, and they always make massive continuity issues and all that. It's like if you had that story in the beginning, start with it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like imagine if like Lord of the Rings was released first and then the Hobbit. Hobbit wouldn't. I think it'd still be amazing, but it wouldn't feel that great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, what you mean? The books.
The books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not the movies.
Well, that's. I mean, even reading the Hobbit book, it is a bit like awkward reading because of how it's paced, but
he did.
Yeah. In comparison, at least.
No, I know what you mean, 100%.
Yeah.
That's just Tolkien's personality.
I'd also like to say I don't have a cold or anything, so I'll be talking normally.
Oh yeah, you might as well mention that.
Yeah.
That pretty much is going to cover almost all of our film news for most of the podcast. So that's fine. We probably should specify this is going to be a very short podcast.
We're done now.
Yeah, we're finished.
Yeah. The only news story we have is man gets hit by football.
Oh my god.
And falls down, yeah.
Yeah.
I have latest news, the sun has come up.
You can tell it's a slow news day now.
Yeah, really slow lot of news there, but a couple of stuff that was fairly big happened towards the end, but we'll get to that later. Regarding what I've been doing, not much other than like working within school and that and getting projects done. The only thing I did do was, because I was just so upset with the fact that Fire Emblem Fates is not coming out in this country and there's no release date and America has the game and it's like, oh cool, I get to wait
Wow.
with no word.
What, they still haven't announced it or anything?
There's no confirmed date. The
Jeez.
the Wikipedia, which is never correct, says 25th of June.
What,
And
Fire Emblem wiki or...
No,
It's
proper
going to be
wiki,
on it.
grayed
okay.
out.
So I have no idea where that date came from.
I'll do some sleuthing for you.
I mean, honestly, I don't care because it's probably not going to come out in June. But like, just a bit ridiculous. So I decided to go back and play Fire Emblem Awakening on hard classic mode. So essentially, what that means is the classic being when a character is defeated, loses all their life in a round, they are dead permanently, as opposed to the casual playthrough where once they lose their life, they just come back in the next round.
Yeah.
Which I believe has now been redubbed Phoenix mode in Awakening because it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Awakening, Fates. So I played it on hard, which was a bit of a challenge at first, but it's getting much better now. As soon as I realised that you got to play it much more differently compared to the normal mode. For example, in normal mode, I was able to just have my characters just be on their own and just they'll be fine. But now you really need as much luck as possible and as much planning, because you really got, just an advice, you really got to pair your characters together. The characters that you want to be paired and whatever are fine. Like for example, there's a three person pair I have in the game that just destroys the game because nothing hits them and no one really attacks them. Like, no joke, I did one chapter the other day, and this one guy must have killed about 7 characters and not a single scratch. He only got attacked once because he just dodged every single time.
Are you a bowman or something?
No. He wasn't a bowman. He was a swordsman. I don't want to spoil character names, but
No.
he was a bowman with a magician and someone else.
A range.
And a class of someone who is, let's just say, they fight with their hands. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
But no one touched them. And then when you combine it with another 4th person, they just destroy. And I was just able to just clear levels just with that team, and now he's like one of the strongest. But whatever. It's hard to grind in this game, so be wary of that. And there's a lot of characters you need to just consider. It was like, I can't really level you up. If you're not going to be used ever, then that's it. You can just be part of the army.
Yeah.
And you can
let them be cannon fodder.
Not necessarily. I'm not going to just let them die. I would just keep them. I'd much rather collect all the characters and have them.
Fair enough.
Because there's no way you can use every character. Even in normal, I did not get everyone to max level or everyone was this level. I mean,
unless you're proper completionist.
Like, they know that they want you to have your master team, your master team and your B team. But with hard mode, there's no time for your master team, your B team, and I can have him in because I like this character.
Yeah.
No, it's like you have your A team and your B team. A team's stronger, B team is just as strong.
Okay.
It happens. But yeah, that was just what I've been doing, getting stressed out on that. But hopefully I'll be able to get some more things done as of next week. So let's move on to stories, and the first one we have is regarding the author Harper Lee, unfortunately passing away at the age of 89 on the 19th of February, so not too far from the date this podcast has gone up. Really sad to hear that she's passed. For anyone who's not aware, she is the author who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, a fantastic book and equally as good film that I think younger audiences really need to be more aware of and actually go watch this book and read it. I mean, I'll just say it now, all of Tumblr needs to read this book.
Yes, exactly.
You need to go and read this book now.
The film is on Netflix if any of you youngsters have that, so it's easy to watch it.
Okay, sure, it's in black and white,
Yeah.
but don't worry about that.
Exactly.
I guess you can say that's the theme of it, in essence.
What, on the podcast?
No, of the movie.
Yeah.
Black and white, so...
I guess.
He's kind of got it.
I
Yeah.
guess you can...
Make sure you throw that to Hollywood when they try and remake it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know they'd remake it in colour and then it'll be quite grimdark.
They would. But to make
Or
it...
cheery.
To make it politically correct, they'd swap the roles around. So it would be a black
they'd mess
judge,
it up. Yeah.
and then it'll be prosecuting a white guy.
Oh, and one of them will be main female character.
Oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Come on. There we go. Or Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh.
Oh,
She'll be the judge.
oh yeah, they got to make it politically correct. So.
So also just for mention something, I wasn't quite aware of. This book came out in 1960 and was obviously very controversial for what you guys just discussed, the subject matter, and I think this book and film, I guess, is going to be something that stands the test of time because apparently people still can't get along, even when it comes down to the simplest fact of
Yeah.
your skin colour different than mine. I don't like that. But luckily things have kind of improved since then.
Really, people won't really be able to get along ever, I think.
Unfortunately, no, that's human nature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I think I said it on podcast before. It's like people are smart, but groups are dumb.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at Einstein.
Yeah, exactly.
My boy was like, fuck off, I want to study.
Same as Tesla. He was very
Oh
antisocial.
yeah, he fucking-
And then one of them got killed. But yeah, it was yes, and also just to mention as well, there was a sequel that was actually released 2015. I was not aware of this. Called was it Ghost Set of Watchmen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it revolves a
name.
couple of the characters from the previous story, and I believe it takes place 10 to 20 years before it. Oh, sorry, excuse me, after it.
Yeah, because funny enough about this, it was actually controversy when it was being released, because Harper Lee never wanted to release the book.
Yeah,
Really?
because
Yeah.
she technically
Yeah.
wrote it before
Yeah.
Killing the Mockingbird.
Yeah,
right?
she never wanted to release it, but
Oh,
as she was
wow.
getting older, I think it was her sister got her to release it.
Yeah.
Oh, because she was
Yeah.
getting a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's because it makes sense, because if you've got something, you might as well do it, and I think she kind of just was like, let me just get it out
Yeah.
there.
Does anyone know the theme of the book or anything? The story.
I have not read it, so I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't either.
I don't know
interested in
what
that.
well, I'd be interested to see what it is. I mean, I guess maybe we can go and like read it at some point. But yeah, really sad news to have her pass away. That's why if you're watching this video, you'll see that the thumbnail actually has her on it, and now you'll see that it's going to change into something more relevant to our next story, and that we're going to be talking about the. Not sure how to describe this man in a sense, but well, I guess he is known as a rapper. We're of course talking about Kanye West.
I've got a good way you could call him, the joke that's broke.
That is true. For the most part, maybe. So earlier before, like kind of pretty much after we recorded episode 30, news kind of broke out that Kanye West was his 7th album was finally being released, titled The Life of Pablo, with probably the most terrible album artwork I've seen in a while.
Oh.
And I actually did some research on that artwork, and someone actually designed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They paid someone.
Yeah, like you can see right now, the podcast is a direct parody of it.
Which
The thumbnail,
I
yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see that, and it's just like, yeah, someone made that. Like, what was the direction of that?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
just real quick, Ace, how long did you spend just doing one version of that?
Probably like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It just used a lot of duplication, and that was it.
Put
Yeah.
more work into it than the actual album cover, I think.
I think some people would agree. I would. Just real quick, actually talking about the album subject matter. To me, being actually a fan of Kanye West's older stuff, it sounds shit. Honestly,
Yep.
it sounds like it's on par with Yeezus, which was shit.
Only 2 good songs from Jesus. That's just
I would say one,
Black Skinheads and Bound 2.
but I can't take Bound too seriously.
No.
It's bound to
it's-
the joke on which Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's
Bound
hilarious.
3. That's genius.
Yeah, so I'm not interested. But it gets kind of worse because all of a sudden, following the release of it, and so many like delays on this album and title changes and just him not really knowing what he was doing in 2015. I mean, he released, for anyone who just wants to be a little bit more knowledgeable about this idiot. Basically, he released a song about his kid, and no one liked it because he was singing.
Yeah.
And as history has
Who
proven,
was singing?
yes, and as history he's singing with autotune, and as history has proven, not a lot of people like 808 Heartbreak, an album where he is just solely singing.
He's a terrible singer. Have you listened to We Don't Care when he's first singing on it? Oh,
I might have to listen to this.
Or
because
listen
it
to all
sounds
of
hilarious.
808 Heartbreak. It has some good songs on it, but for the most part, it's like, what are you doing?
he really wants to be a singer, but
He wants to
He
be
can't
everything.
sing.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
He wants to be God.
So
he's basically one of those idiots, right? Who want to be really mediocre at everything rather than being good at one thing.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Yeah, like Jared Leto,
Yeah.
that idiot.
a jack of all trades is an ace of nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that song came out, and then he did a song with probably one of the most bizarre combinations in music history, being Kanye, Rihanna, and Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah.
20, I think it was called 24 Seconds or some shit.
Yeah.
That song was hard to listen to.
At least he introduced Paul McCartney to the world.
Yes, I mean,
Because no one knew.
he's an up-and-coming artist,
Yeah.
and I mean, you got to give him. I mean, he's got a lot of competition with people like Ed Sheeran and One Direction, so give him some respect. I
Yeah.
mean, come on,
That's
just
true.
go out there and do some research on the guy and just kind of
Like his
Fi-
Facebook and stuff. let's
buy the album when it comes out. I mean, he needs the money. Come on. So that album came. So yeah, and then he released a couple of songs off this Life of Pablo album, and people were like, some of these songs are decent, and then the album finally released, to which Kanye, for whatever reason, kind of decided almost last minute that the album was gonna be Tidal exclusive,
Yeah.
which pissed off a lot of people. So we have the quote from his Twitter being, "My album will never be on Apple. It will never be for sale. You can only get it on Tidal." So originally the album was going to be exclusive just on Tidal for 1 week, and then it will be available for everyone. He, before this comment, said he's going to extend it by about a week, which I'll get to in a sec. And yeah, it just became a Tidal exclusive, to which Kanye then, for whatever reason, started begging people to download
Yeah.
Tidal. We've covered Tidal a couple of times, and we think it's just a joke, much like everyone else.
Yeah,
Stupid.
especially me. I think it's hilarious, and the fact that one more joke's on there, it's even funnier.
I know. It's come to the point where Kanye is actually destroying the reputation of Tidal.
I don't think
I think
Tidal
they're
had that
destroying
much
each
of a
other.
reputation, to be honest.
It did not have hype either.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
it didn't,
it was shipwrecking, and he's just making it go down quicker.
Exactly.
To some extent.
It's stupid.
Yeah, so he basically begged people to go and download Tidal, basically tweeting out, "Please, for all music lovers, please subscribe to Tidal. I decided not to sell my album for another week. Please subscribe to Tidal." Which, if that isn't desperate, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, people actually went and downloaded Tidal to the point where it became number one on the iOS apps chart and the general just grossing within applications. Which I guess Kanye was kind of happy about. He was like, "Oh yeah,
And the
this
good
kind
thing,
of
it reached the top spot of Pirate Bay as well.
Yes, it did.
So it's hitting number ones, which I'm really happy about.
Which was interesting because it was very interesting to have this kind of happen, because obviously, Tidal supposedly sold well, but when you look at the actual fact of it, it was just raw traffic from the fact of so many people downloading it, which made it go up to number one, because within, I believe, about a day or a few hours, it went back to its place.
Really? What place is it now?
I don't know where it is, but Spotify is fucking killing it.
Yeah, I think it's gone to number 666.
Probably, hopefully.
Yeah, it's low. It's in 30s.
Oh my god.
Really low, which is pretty poor. I mean,
It's
and
expected,
there was a
isn't it?
graph I did have, and I'm going to try and track it down for the podcast and references. But there is a very nice graph that someone drew where it just shows Spotify's sales over the course of maybe about a week or a day or whatever. I can't remember. And it's Spotify's, and it's literally just a top line bar is Spotify, bottom line is Tidal. There's a nice little peak, massive peak.
Yeah.
Doesn't even fucking touch Spotify, and it's straight back down.
That's hilarious.
That's beautiful.
So this was very interesting, because a lot of people understandably got very annoyed at Kanye West, because here's the thing, he's come out and basically said, yeah, you can't hear this album not unless you go and subscribe to Tidal. Something people who even know about Tidal don't have any interest in.
Yeah.
And like you said, Ferret, this prompted people to go and illegally download the album.
Which, it's not being released. He lied to them, so
Yeah.
do it. Who cares?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure people have uploaded it onto YouTube and Vimeo and other stuff like that as well.
of course they have. I mean, and people have... I think people have also done this to spite him for the most part. I mean, I can understand why, because it's just... It's frustrating that you've gone and basically done this. The thing is, it's the fact that it's last minute. It's the fact that you've decided, no, some of you guys don't get to have a choice in how you get to listen to my music. You're going to listen to it how I want you to listen to it. And if you don't like it, tough.
You can download it illegally.
Exactly. And that, I think, is where where he's in the wrong. I mean, sure, people be like, oh, it's just, if you like the music, go listen to, go subscribe. That's not necessarily the fact. It's the fact that he is dictating how you should listen to his music.
Yeah.
We didn't include this story, but I mentioned it real quick. Because not a lot of people fucking like the album, because it's shit.
It's shit. Yeah.
Kanye West went on to kind of say, oh, I don't think anyone who's white should be reviewing the album.
Wow.
I'll find the direct quote, but it was something on the lines of, people who aren't necessarily white shouldn't be reviewing my music. It's for black people. It's for black culture.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's something along those lines, which I was like,
wow.
That's you know, in this day and age, you're gonna say something like that.
What
Okay, white people can't listen to rap music, or is it that you don't like the fact that a few white people said some bad shit about you? Oh, the white people don't understand my music. White people shouldn't be listening to black music.
Also, something else about Kanye. I found out he's $53 million in debt because he's been trying to invest it in his clothing line.
Yeah, I knew it. Didn't I say to you before? I said, I think it has something to do with his clothing.
Yeah. And he's also been begging Mark Zuckerberg on Twitter to try and endorse his science project thing, which I can't even remember what it's called because it was so dumb. But
dope shit. He put a dope sheet online through his Twitter, and he's saying, "This is." I hate the way he acts. He's like, "Oh, this is the dope shit that everyone laughed at me for creating."
Yeah.
I hate that side of him. Do you know he's trying to like?
I'm the best, clearly, and people don't understand my genius.
Yes, he's playing like the underdog who's gotten so successful. Do you know what I mean? It's like just because he spat through a wire. That's
a good description.
It is really annoying, and I think I'm the most annoyed because Kanye West, I can say, has made good music. He has 4 really good albums that have gone down in history as being, hey, look at this guy. He went from like producing beats for other guys to actually doing his own good album, and he got like Jay-Z and all these other guys, and he put together a good album. Just go listen to the Teddy Bear trilogy, which is the first 3 albums.
Everything before, like everything from the like, what is it called again? Shit.
Which album are you thinking of?
Oh, you know, the first one, what's it called? College Dropout, to Graduation. There we go. Yeah,
that's it. So you have Graduation, Late Registration, and College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, which is the 3 that just listen to good music. This is really, really annoying that this has happened, and I'm not surprised because tons of people have tweeted at him, hey, I've just illegally downloaded your album, sending links to like Pirate Bay with the title of the album, and
brilliant. That's brilliant.
I think it's quite funny that like people have literally been like, yeah, you're gonna spite us, we'll spite you.
And also, I know in one of his songs in this album, he ends up calling Kim Kardashian a bitch.
Really?
In a way that's supposed to be a good way, like she's my bitch, and it's hilarious.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's.
She probably likes that though, to be honest.
I don't think Kim Kardashian likes anything other than money and attention.
So she's actually not even like a real person. She's just
she just likes the fame and the money shot.
Exactly.
And this is a woman who has done what for the world?
Starred in a porn video.
Her ass.
Okay.
That's really
At least with Kanye West, he will go down as history as being a guy who made music and like has fans.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian would be, she's like Shakespeare. She's famous because she's famous.
Well, Shakespeare wrote poems.
He plagiarized poems.
He wrote some original poems.
He wrote some original stuff. But his most famous work is ironically other people's work. But that's fine. It happens all the time in the world. But he's essentially famous for being famous because most people don't know who he is.
Essentially, yes.
Which is bad.
I mean, some people could say the same for Einstein. They know he's famous, they don't know why.
Yeah, it's true. But I think with her, it's like...
No, with her, it's literally
It's the case of, what do you do?
Yeah.
And, like, I can't even remember why their family is, I think, only famous because the dad...
The dad is a track runner who got a few golds, which is impressive.
Is he?
Yeah, but he was. He was really, really good. Like, got golds.
I think so.
Track running and
it's
like, he was a really famous Olympian.
I know. It's like, but do something with your life.
But
and
then they did the really shitty reality show.
That's what kicked it off.
Which is a joke.
Reality show with good-looking people will always make money. It's weird.
The funny thing is, all these reality shows with good-looking people, they all look plain.
That's the thing.
They're like Hollywood good-looking, where it's nothing.
When I meant good-looking, I meant like
the plain looking.
The plain plastic.
It's like we could be a model.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing, you look at models, they're not really all attractive, they're just, we have a plain enough face that we can wear clothes.
Oh yeah, they have no
Yeah.
characteristics.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
yeah.
some do, and those are some special ones.
Very
but,
few, yeah.
They're the really nice ones.
But, yeah, that's a major problem.
This was just so annoying, and I think it's kind of funny that he's apparently lost 1 million in sales due to illegal downloads.
What an
Yeah.
And it's like, and this is coming from a guy who's like, I'm 53 million in debt.
Yep.
How did your album do? Oh, it's so well, we made a couple million, but we lost a profit of about, I don't know. I'd imagine the audience for Tidal was very small.
Yeah.
And okay, let's just put it this way. Let's just say the audience for, let's say the general audience for Tidal is about, let's say 4 million. Let's say
Okay.
about 1 million of his fans go and download the album, and then let's say half of that fucking puts it online.
Yeah. It's true.
You've made a loss.
Yeah.
I think you would have had, even though Spotify are known for like being really cheap to the really like bad to their
Oh,
artists. and
Spotify is
stuff.
no. I
They're
mean,
terrible.
we're not trying to promote Spotify.
No.
I don't care about Spotify, and Spotify is fucking dying as well.
Yeah.
I meant no. It's just got like 70 million views.
But they're losing money big because
Oh.
they're losing it to advertising. Remember, you can download Spotify for free and just listen to adverts every now and then.
Yeah.
They are losing money to the advertisers because no one pays for the subscription free.
Oh, okay.
They are losing money big time.
I think he would have made more money if he put it on iTunes, to be honest.
iTunes
Like
and
digital
Spotify.
download. I mean, it's not as much pay as he'd get if he just released the album, obviously physical. But
And what about the
Still.
people who are like, oh man, love Kanye West. I got all this stuff on vinyl.
exactly.
Oh, your collection's
no,
incomplete
that's-
now.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Um,
really bad.
And this,
Physical release is very important.
Exactly.
it is. I mean, it's, you know, you can't really. I mean, and it also kind of harkens back to the whole dumb shit because these two are ironically in the same position. This harkens back to Taylor Swift, where she was all like,
Oh, yeah.
"Yeah, my 1989 album's not gonna be on Apple because
Oh, yeah.
sorry guys, it's gonna be on Spotify because I'm not about that." And then like 3 days later, it's on Apple.
I was surprised to hear Taylor Swift there for a second. It was
Yeah,
a very
that's
good
true.
impression.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
wow.
knows. Yeah, I can just
I
channel.
bet you bring it
I
up
can
with
channel the
Kanye as well,
pretentiousness. Yeah.
after their relations.
I still think that one day in the future, Taylor Swift is going to be up for an award, and the next pretty thing is going to be up for the award, and that pretty little thing is going to win it. And Taylor Swift's going to march up stage and be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm the sweetheart. What is wrong? What is going on?" And it's going to be like, you know,
Well, if Lord continues with good music, then yeah.
But the thing is,
I wouldn't call
Taylor
Lord a
Swift-
sweetheart, but I think Lord is great.
She is really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
it's true.
she's the kind of woman and like female singer who's like, I don't give a shit.
Exactly, and I love
Yeah.
it. It's brilliant.
Same with like Grime. She's like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna wear this and I'm gonna sing and
And I'm
if
gonna
you
have
like
an
it.
accent that you can't tell where I'm from.
Grimes is
Oh,
Grimes is an
place.
oddball.
Yeah, she's great.
All over the place.
She's an oddball, and she's the kind of person that it's like, oh, Grimes is coming around, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Grimes, if you want to be on the podcast, just
yeah.
let us know.
Just hit us up.
If you want a date, just
Same with Lord.
No,
WhatsApp me.
You're taken.
Oh, fuck.
Same with Lord. If you want to be on the podcast, even
Yeah.
Taylor. If you want to be on the podcast, sure.
Not Taylor.
No,
Her face
no, it
creeps
would-
me out a little.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's
There's something wrong with her face, isn't it?
It's
It
really
is.
plain, but it's fine to look at for me.
It's like no, I mean like you notice it's people. You know why people find her attractive.
That's
See
it.
that?
But like
She's
I don't
got kind
think
of
she's
a
nice.
really symmetrical face, which a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
Like your face is very asymmetrical. Don't really notice
Yeah.
it
Exactly.
until you look in the mirror or take a photo of you.
Exactly.
But hers is quite symmetrical, and it can be creepy.
Yeah, it's
It goes into the uncanny valley.
yeah, she looks uncanny. She looks like a Japanese sex doll.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh no!
Do you know what I mean though?
I can kind of see your point. If her face, like she's not talking, she's just her face.
She
I can
just
see it.
looks too strange, and her face, her mouth, the way something about it, her eyes, like cheeks. I'm just listing everything, but I don't.
the flaws of Taylor.
It's just no.
You're gonna write the autobiography once she crashes and burns,
Yeah.
and that's
I'm
gonna
on
be a
it.
paragraph. Just,
Oh.
the face is like that was her real downfall.
And it somehow has like a physical gif, just of him going like that, with his hands all over.
I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, we should do that. Well, then we probably get sued by her record label
And
for
she's a shit
speaking our
singer.
opinion, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that later. Ferret, you have the next story talking about the boy.
Who cried wolf?
Not necessarily who cried wolf, but the man of the hour, I guess, who has his new lease on life, being our third story, which is about Hideo Kojima, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's about my main man. And I always say this before I introduce Hideo. If everyone's been listening, I always announce him by my main
So
man.
shouldn't you call him the man who cried snake?
Exactly, the man who cried snake. My main man, Hideo Kojima. And he posts these latest post was of him with Norman Reedus. He's arm around him in a casual sort of environment, and he said reunion with Norman Reedus. Give an update about my own company.
Which,
So-
which, just that image alone was just nice.
Yeah, it is.
It was sweet.
Norman Reedus is great. Norman Reedus is the kind of guy who's like, yeah, sure, I'll be in that image.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems so relaxed. They would do anything.
Have you seen like his Instagram?
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic.
What's
Like,
it called? Big Boy something.
I think so. Yeah.
Big
But
Boy something, yeah.
if you've got Instagram, just go on there and follow him because his pictures are always great. They're amazing.
Does he post images of his cat?
No, not really. I mean, I can't remember seeing cat ones, but it might be.
Because I know he has a cat, which he apparently like just has around with him all the time. I believe the cat. I think the cat is called the Eye of the Storm or something like that.
Okay, maybe, yeah. But
And he just has this cat. He just loves this cat.
a lot of his pictures with fans and then on the set of The Walking Dead are amazing.
Mm.
So he's a good one to follow.
He's loving it. And I'm so glad he's
Yeah.
got more work.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
But yeah, there's also another quote that he said during the dice talk, which is, of course, on a game, a movie, I don't care. We'll do it, and that's in reference to the Toco del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Guillermo
Yeah.
del Toro, yeah.
You can just call him Del Toro if you
Del
need to.
Toro, yeah, and Norman Reedus. So there's a definitely love going between
Yeah.
them.
Oh
There's-
yeah, I
there's
think
something
these
in
three,
it.
they're a bit of a powerhouse, really, and I
Yeah.
think whether they produce anything similar to like Silent Hills, Rest in Peace, or something new, I think it'd be very interesting to see. I mean, Ace, I haven't really got too many of your thoughts on this kind of somewhat nice story, I guess.
No, I'm very excited to hear about this, and I hope they might just make Silent Hills but change the name and some of the obvious references.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many references in the PT though, to be honest.
Exactly.
Other than the obvious.
Yeah, the name,
yeah.
the fog, etc. They can change that to something else.
Yeah.
And he's also got a YouTube channel that he's doing now.
Oh yes.
And
Hideo,
yeah,
Tube.
HidioTube.
Yeah, we covered that in the last week's podcast.
Which I'm waiting for more videos. He's already got one.
Yep.
He's working on it. Give him some time.
Yeah.
He's also-
I know.
he's
He
also-
does it in really good production.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got like a stage and everything. I mean,
Exactly.
they're just throwing money at this guy at this point. Yeah, just generally
Should.
kind of nice to have these three work together if they produce something. I know Del Toro was also had like the same kind of like sentiments,
Yeah.
regarding him, kind of
Yeah.
saying when talking about like working on games, because he's been burnt like 3-4 times
Yeah,
now when trying to make a
exactly.
game, and kind of asked about that. He was like, whether he'd work on another game, he would say. He said basically, except with this man, I'll do whatever the fuck he wants,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Beautiful.
Right, so we move on to the next story, which is it's something we're gonna have to like definitely reference within the title of this podcast, and we'll definitely put this video in the description, and that is essentially talking about the where's the fair use situation campaign hashtag yeah so we just wanted to address it because I think we're all, being technically producers on YouTube and internet producers as well, the stupidness that involves YouTube as it's getting way worse.
Yeah.
Nostalgia critic, aka Doug Walker, basically did a video basically addressing this situation, because a lot of other YouTubers have been getting hit much harder, and they've been trying to figure out what's going on. They've realized, or they've made more aware of the bullshit like regarding like YouTube, the fact that you can only dispute 3 videos at a time,
Yes.
and if one of them goes through, you're already at a limitation. Other situations where just not getting a hold of YouTube is just
And your account gets like deleted and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because that happened to Team 4 Star recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Team 4 Star, known for their abridged Dragon Ball Z series.
Which is in fair use because it's parody.
Yes,
Ah.
it's complete parody with all voiceover.
Yeah.
They only say that they use is visuals, and they are repeating it. They are manipulating and
Yeah.
transforming the material enough for it to be
So
warranted.
it's a transformative parody, and that's okay within
That's
fair
under the
use.
fair
Yeah.
use
There's-
law, which, in case you don't know, basically means you are permitted to use any copyrighted content, anything that's not yours, as long as it is for the use of reviewing or parody.
Yeah.
Which are unfortunately two of the biggest hitters get hit the most on YouTube, and it's really jarring because I would speak for myself. I have had 5 strikes on videos.
Bloody hell.
One of them is understandable because it did have a song in it,
Yeah.
but the others just don't make any sense.
Mm.
They all come from almost all of them. Yeah, 3 of them come from Nintendo, and no, excuse me, scratch that. 8 come from Nintendo. 2 come from the people who produced the Hotline Miami soundtrack. 1 of them comes from another company, and the other 2 come from Fox. So fuck you, Fox.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised at Nintendo being such.
It's the music on
Yeah.
Wii U.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what's.
But still.
I don't get it. Like, it's the
Yeah,
big.
as soon as it's anything Wii U, it's because their whole partnership thing they're doing with other channels,
Huh.
where they only like them playing new games. So as older games are kind of fine.
Oh, they don't give a shit about old
Yeah.
games.
The thing is, it's still in fair use.
It
It is,
is,
yeah.
That's
but
the annoying thing. That's
Nintendo doesn't get it.
but like.
Still not. I mean, the only ones that got flagged, if I remember correctly, are
Super Smash Bros. Was
no.
it? No. Okay.
Interestingly enough, with
Um,
so many like references to other of their franchises, you'd think
Yeah.
that one would get striked pretty hard, but no. Splatoon,
Splatoon, yeah, that because it had only come out recently when we played it.
and it was just
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah.
Just 2 tracks that played for like 5 seconds. They
Yeah.
went nope.
Bloody hell.
So you know, even the smaller channels, because you know, for whatever reason, if Fox was to say we want that video of your Peanuts movie taken down, there isn't much I could fucking do other than let them take it down.
And there's also the thing of people issuing strikes and not getting any like
Oh.
anything happen to them, especially if they're issuing like strikes just because they can.
This links back to some of the issues Doug was like addressing,
Yeah.
Nostalgia Critic, because the system, when they introduced the whole copyright content ID thing, it was broken.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
since then, they fixed it so that anyone can abuse it. Right now, if I wanted to, I can go and file a complaint under anyone who put the word raccoon in their video.
Mhm.
I could go and do that, and this is not a powerful channel, but there could be other YouTubers who have less audience, less following, and they will be like, what the fuck, I can't do anything, why has this guy just
Yeah.
claimed the rights?
Yeah.
If I wanted to, I can go and do it. If I wanted to be malicious, I could do that.
Exactly.
And I might not get away with it, but I could certainly do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You could still do that strike and do the damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if they all get disputed, I could still keep doing it if I wanted to. That's a major problem, and the good thing about right now and what Doug has been doing and why we're bringing this up is the fact that people are making aware of this, and we are making this aware as well. Hence why it's in the title of this podcast, and the video that Doug did will be in the description. It's the good thing about YouTube right now, and the kind of the bad thing is, no one works at YouTube. It's just an automated system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when this kind of bullshit happens, people at Google/Alphabet don't give a shit. They don't care because they're too busy trying to fight off Viacom and the film industry. But when people start doing, raising awareness, basically questioning YouTube, that's when they'll respond.
Yeah.
It's a good and bad system where people have to fucking scream at YouTube to get something done. This website is going to be finished in 5 years. Yeah, that's why, and I didn't mention this earlier, that's why this podcast is going to be downloaded from this point on, and you'll be able to find it via my Twitter or via the new email, which will be in the description, because YouTube's not going to survive at this rate if it keeps doing stuff like this. I mean, it's...
It needs a competitor to keep it alive, to be honest.
I don't think anyone.
Its
could
competitor
compare.
is Secret, and it's Vimeo, because you can put anything on Vimeo and
Oh,
they will
that's
not take
the
it
other
down.
thing.
Trust me, if this channel goes down, that's where you'll find me.
Yeah,
But,
Vimeo's a
Or
good idea.
Pornhub, that's equally as good.
Yeah,
Pornhub's getting
nothing
pretty-
gets taken
Nothing
down.
gets taken down from Pornhub.
You do anything you want in Pornhub.
I honestly don't blame people for uploading that kind of stuff to Pornhub, because no one No one, you know, it'll kind of go back to the earlier days when without the internet, we'd be like, hey, you heard there's like leaked gameplay of like fucking the new Legend of Zelda on Wii U. You just go to Pornhub, type in Legend Zelda
gameplay
on Pornhub, and you can see it. And
don't
Nintendo
look
know.
at the other one, because that's not it.
Don't look at my other videos.
It only has one X in it, this one. But
Don't look at Legend of Zelda cosplay. Don't look at that, please.
I mean, and it's just a real shame. So we're raising like just more awareness of this, and hopefully maybe YouTube can fix its shit. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
And I don't think it'll die. I think it'll keep going and keep getting bigger. And I don't think I think with the bigger channels,
yeah,
that you'll be able to like.
Oh yeah, that's something I'd like
off.
to address. A lot of these bigger channels are usually the bullies a lot of the time. We can just harken back 2 podcasts ago when we were talking about the Fine Brothers basically being like, we own the word React now, everyone's going to get sued if they use that word. And there have been other examples in the past. I mean, we talked about the SoFlo Antonio bullshit that happened.
That's funny.
That guy he's on his last legs now pretty much.
He said he tried to like do a video against Ethan.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I saw it.
funny.
It was exactly.
Really weak.
Because if he wasn't affected by it, he wouldn't have made the video. And also, what's funny, he removed the SoFlo from his YouTube channel. It's just Antonio.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Which is just like,
Going back to the React Brothers thing, I actually found out there was a video before they did React videos called Olders React. And then that just disappeared once they started doing their React videos.
We didn't quite mention this because we had a lot to cover on that like kind of catch-up story. But yeah, very fishy.
Yeah.
So wait, what was that about the Olders?
Because they did Kids React, and then there was like a different video by some other people not related to them called Olders React, and it was old people reacting to videos similar to the Kids React, and that video just disappeared, and then they started doing Elders React.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that channel didn't have any fucking subscribers from apparently what it was concerned. So just another case of people abusing the system where they basically went, we'll just take you down, you can't do anything. And even we talked about this real quick with the whole =3 SoFlo Antonio situation where it was like, I think the funniest thing about that whole situation was he was one of his.
Did you mean H3H3?
Oh, H3H3. Yeah, sorry. One of the situations was he was so ready to go and sue them, but as soon as they started fucking raising awareness over Twitter, they emailed them back saying, we'll drop all charges as long as you just stop tweeting.
Yeah.
I think they were never really serious about them taking it to court because they couldn't.
They were just trying to scare
like,
them.
here's like for anyone making YouTube videos and you're under the situation where it gets really bad, and you need to maybe dispute, like they're trying to actually take your video. So it's different if it's different if you don't make money and they just want to run ads over it. Just leave that alone. But if it's like they are trying to take you down or that, fucking dispute it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fox is not going to take you to court.
No, yeah, exactly.
They are not going to waste their time on one YouTuber.
Yeah,
it will lose them more money.
If anything, exactly. What you really, because that's going to look good.
Exactly.
Fox takes one kid who did a video on The Simpsons to court for $18 million. Oh yeah, you look like the good guys, Fox.
Yep.
No,
that'd never happen.
No,
but
stupid.
The weird thing is, what I'm confused is why would SoFlo Antonio attack an even bigger channel?
No, SoFlo's bigger than.
SoFlo's got millions.
SoFlo.
He has about 2 million.
But the Antonio, I saw had like 60,000.
Oh, a lot of people have started unsubscribing.
Yeah, that's
why. It's lost 2 million.
Possibly. Or
he had over 1 million.
Yeah.
Really?
I know that.
I know his Facebook had at least 2 million because I went on there to check.
Oh my!
Yeah. And unfortunately, his videos are like a fucking virus because anytime you see anyone link a video, it has a stupid fucking thumbnail in it.
Wow.
I started blocking them.
And it has that stupid like bracket stuff.
Yeah, and it's like this is my reaction to her falling over. It's like no.
I can't stand
me waking up gone sexual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna imagine that.
I can't stand Facebook in general, so that's why I just leave it on the Messenger tab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really bad, and I mean that's the reason I say YouTube's going to be dead, and that's probably why if you are subscribed to people on YouTube, that's probably why your YouTubers all of a sudden now have websites.
Yes. Find their websites and save them.
Find their websites and save them, or just start watching their stuff there because they upload roughly at the same time because they know.
normal boots, do it to their website.
They know. Trust me. Even the higher ups, like you know, the higher up subscribers, they don't know.
It's like normal
They don't
Boots,
fucking know because they're
Relevant Media, Channel Awesome, Best
Switcher,
Friends.
yeah.
Red Letter Media, you should really just watch it through the website.
I
anyway.
do. I
Yeah.
do
It's a
watch
lot
it.
better.
Yeah.
And there's some content that isn't on there.
I just go
Yeah.
in. I just go in like the video
Exactly.
website. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like the websites, yeah, because it gives special content as well.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't have, it had better organisation
Yeah.
and not a fucking stupid.
And
like,
sometimes the
player.
videos come out sooner.
Because
Exactly,
YouTube
yeah.
is just fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's too big.
Yeah.
It's gone too stupid now.
Right. So raising awareness on that. Next story, we're going to be talking first of two trailers. We're going to be talking about. I forget. So it was just me who was going to cover this one, or was one of you going to cover
I
this?
think you were doing this.
Okay, sure. So, the trailer for Pee-wee's Big Holiday, which is going to be a Netflix exclusive, being released on the 18th of March, which is also written by Mr. Pee-wee himself, Paul Rubens. Written by him, also Paul Rust is writing as well. I assume the main writer as well.
Yeah.
We also have Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow.
That's a cool last name.
Apatow, yeah.
Damn.
Jude. I'm thinking. I've got Zootopia on the brain.
Oh yeah.
And
That's a cool name.
and John Lee, who's directing. So this trailer released, and we did watch it. And general thoughts on it. I'll start with you, Ace.
I think it's going to be quite amusing, and considering it's on Netflix, I'm going to watch this because the only thing I'm really looking forward to on Netflix is coming out like 28th or something, and that's Daredevil, or 25th.
Oh, I thought that was out.
Oh no, it's coming out late March.
Oh,
But so I'm going to watch Pee-wee's. It looked quite funny.
it looked like it had because for anyone who doesn't know, there was a film that Tim Burton did, Pee-wee's
yeah.
Big Adventure, which is a fantastic
Yeah,
film.
that
Yeah.
is.
One of the only films Tim Burton's ever done where it takes place during the day, and like almost solidly
And it's
during the day.
actually good.
Tim
Oh.
Burton has a lot of good films. Some of his more recent ones are a bit iffy, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hatred for that.
His early days are good. As it goes on, it gets worse.
He just like
I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Mars Attacks, but I still enjoy that for the camp value.
Mars Attack. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that one.
yeah.
I've never seen Mars Attack. It always
It's all-star
the
cast.
aliens freaked me out.
That's what I loved.
Yeah. All-star cast, very camp acting, and the aliens are quite amusing.
I could imagine that. So Ferret, all your thoughts on the trailer? I know you weren't as
Oh,
thrilled.
not as positive as Ace, but I really don't like it. First off, I think he's gotten to the age where it's just way too creepy to act like that. In my opinion, to act like, the very childish and like like that. I think it's a bit too creepy now with that face and that receding hairline.
I would say as a
I
counter argument, I think they've toned it down a little bit. He was much more sporadic and
Yeah.
kid-like in the TV
And
show.
his voice
Yeah.
was a little more obnoxious before.
But I think they've definitely made aware of that, and I think through the writing, he's definitely probably gone, well, I'm a lot older now. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly a kid, actually.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he has a job.
He can't move
In the
as
series
much.
and the film, he didn't have a
Yeah.
job, as far as
Yeah.
I know.
There's
I-
responsibility now.
I think the creep value actually makes it more entertaining.
Did you see
I
that?
guess fair enough.
I know an artist did that very like creepy image of like him as like a mannequin puppet, which was like,
Oh.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh jeez.
In like his house, which if anyone doesn't know about Pee Wee Herman,
Oh yeah.
definitely just go and watch the opening to Pee Wee's like the TV show because
Don't
it's.
just watch everything. From it.
Oh yeah, watch the whole series, watch the film. But if
Yeah.
you just need a refresher, go watch that opening, and you'll be like, oh, creativity.
And watch that PSA he did too.
Oh yeah. Which is watch his show and then watch that PSA and you won't be able to sleep.
Yeah.
But my thoughts on the trailer, it looks pretty good. I think it's going to be really fun. Doesn't look as colourful as the film or the TV
No.
show, but I'm guessing they're going for that slightly more older, realistic approach. I mean, he is going to a new town or doing some new stuff, and it looks like they're going to do some cool stuff in it for the most
I
part.
want it to be like Metal Gear Solid 4. I just want to see him old now and like angry, aggressive.
If he crawls through a hallway, I'll let you know.
I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this more than the next trailer we have to talk about, but we'll get to that later. Ferret, I believe you have the next story, which is so bizarre because it unfortunately follows another something we kind of covered like almost 3 times in the almost in the history of the podcast, and it's kind of a reoccurrence again. You want to hit us off with that?
There's something about game stores that people just love to piss in. And it's really confusing because there was
I thought you were going to say they take the piss.
They do take the piss, exactly. But there was a man, and he was with we presumed we think of as his girlfriend. There was an unnamed woman with him, and they stole about. I'm not so sure on the figures, so don't get
it's about a couple thousand
about it.
Yeah,
but it was like around $400 worth of games, which I'm not sure how you can think you could just do that and get away with it in like that time
from the store Walmart.
Well, maybe he used a cardboard box.
Exactly, probably did. Probably played Metal Gear Solid too much. But so they got caught as they left by one of the officers, and the man proceeded to relieve himself all over the floor, which is like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
This is a very short story. It literally just equates to man steals game from Walmart. Man, after getting caught, decides he's going to pee on the floor.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever
And I think
seen.
the main reason we're covering this is because it's so bizarre, but unfortunately we have to cover it's similar to another story we covered a while ago.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just becoming a trend now. It's,
Well, we had 4 weird game related robbery kind of stuff, or just game shop stuff, and it just gets amusing. So.
it's very amusing. I don't get it. I think we'll quickly name and shame the man from Tennessee being John Garvin. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking.
Oh, and next time you'll hear one of it in South London by Mr. Ferret.
Oh god. Goes by the name Mr. Ferret.
what?
But I don't even know what that is about. Oh my god.
It's weird.
Ace, I believe you have the next story, which is our second trailer to cover as well.
So, recently Disney have been doing a lot of live-action movies.
Yeah, more than ever, actually.
Yeah, based on their cartoons and some of their older films. And they've decided they're going to do a live-action version of the hybrid live-action cartoon Pete's Dragon.
Now, we did take the fucking mick out of this idea and the film a lot.
Yeah. In the trailer, you can see the main character, whose name I can never remember, because I watched this when I was a kid, the original. And in this, he's not just an orphan that's homeless, he's a wild feral child living in the forest. Okay?
It's son of Tarzan,
Yeah,
basically.
literally, I mean...
Which already, when I saw that, I was like... No joke, I thought this was another pseudo-trailer to the Jungle Book.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I thought it was the Tarzan live action that's been hyping up.
There's been too many Tarzan films of late.
No, but there's a new one in the works. I thought this
There
was
always
Another
is.
one? Because last year there was one as well.
There
And it
was
was a
last
CGI
year?
one, yeah. Yeah, there was one that no one saw.
Wait a minute, am I getting confused?
Or it might be the year
'Cause
before.
That's really weird.
There's always
It
a
was the
Tarzan
same thing
film.
with there was 2 Hercules films come out the same year
yeah.
because no one owns the
Oh.
rights to Hercules.
Yeah,
Wow,
because
that's-
it's a Greek god. Well, demigod, but...
Yeah. But I mean, no one owns the rights, but it was just it was a situation where it was they couldn't do anything,
Yeah.
so it's we're releasing them somewhat 3 months apart, which is
But, yeah, as the trailer goes on, you start getting this grim, dark DC feeling. It's taking itself super seriously.
Mark Zuckerberg just stepped in,
Yeah.
let me handle this, guys.
Yeah. But, and you're just did anyone here watch Pete's Dragon? It's a musical comedy.
I theorized that they only ever read the script. They never saw the film.
I don't even think they read the script, 'cause they'll know the character's an orphan, not a feral kid.
It's
bloody hell.
To kind of play devil's advocate real quick, I would say the one thing I do like the fact that they've actually tried to do something different.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they've at least been, we gotta do something different. Let's not just do a straight cut to cut remake. I like the fact that they've been okay, it's gonna be a little bit more mystical. It's gonna be based in the real.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The original was set in the real world.
I mean, obviously in modern day, because they could have easily set it back
yeah.
in that time and made a stupid joke the original actor is now the dad of the nuclear, some stupidness like that. But it's the thing that gets me and makes this trailer hilarious, because I'm sure if you look in the description you'll see it, but like I'm pretty sure I'm trying to think of the words, but like I'm sure when you see it you'll definitely understand the tone, much as you said, the grim dark, the Batman kind of direction, and you kind of and then go ahead and watch the original trailer. You will literally be like I was and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because this film is taking itself so seriously. I feel like I'm watching Harry Potter or Aragon or something like that.
Except for at least Harry Potter had an interesting plot.
Harry Potter knew how to tone itself correctly. This film looks like it's going to be depressing.
Yeah. And a fun thing, during the trailer I was like, well, at least they didn't show the dragon.
And
then they messed it up at the end and showed the hilariously awful dragon.
I thought that was the only good thing about the thing.
Yeah, it's
about
like
the trailer.
Yeah.
Now, the dragon is lame as hell compared to the original one, who is a cartoon.
Yeah, the original one was kind of like a fattish dragon that was green with pink inner wings, and it had orange hair.
He was comical. Yeah, he was like lovable.
Cartoony.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say lovable if you watched it.
Well, you'd get the feeling he's lovable.
Yeah.
But, like, and you look at this dragon, and obviously we ain't seen its face, which I'm pretty sure is going to look like a normal dragon.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
Exactly.
You're just thinking to yourself, okay, this is supposed to be the character, much like the original, that is lovable, and I love this character, and the kids are going to get on board with this, and it's like, there's no colour to the character. The character, I mean, from How to Train Your Dragon, like, Toothless is, he's a greyish, black, sleek dragon.
But his face has personality.
He has personality. The character has personality. With a big, hulking, realistic dragon, I don't see there being fun comedy time.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
And I think I know one thing, because you know how when they do new films or remakes, they have to use a line that's famous from the old one. So at one point in this film, if they use the line, "A dragon, I swear I saw a dragon," they should tear the film in half.
Who would say that, though?
Someone's going to say it. Because that's one of the main lines. Like
but here's what I'm thinking. This film's they're obviously going for some realistic modern film. I don't think they'll throw in a line like that.
Maybe it'll be a hobo or crazy man.
Because I'm sure they'll probably be like, no, that line's too 80. Get rid of it.
Yeah, well, considering what they did with Poltergeist.
Ugh. Oh, that's...
Exactly.
That hurt.
Yeah.
That film's so spooky, no one watched it.
That was so...
I mean, I told you the amount of times they said this house is cleared. Way too many times. They're going to include that.
The funniest thing about that Poltergeist film, real quick, is the fact that the guy who directed it, he directs animated films. He directed Robots, made by Fox. The animated film.
Geez.
That was the film. That's one of the films he did. Robots.
Wow.
The guy makes family films.
Really?
That's why the film is toneless.
Okay.
Wow.
That's why it's like rated PG. Because they wanted a safe, friendly, scary movie.
Because R-rated films don't sell.
No, they don't.
Apparently.
They don't.
But how do you do that? A PG Poltergeist movie?
Trust me, if you watch it, you understand.
But
I can't remember seeing blood. All I remember is black goo.
But like,
because they replaced one of the more famous scenes where the guy, he rips the skin off his face, so they
and
replaced
it's just
it with
like goo coming out of his mouth and eyes and nose.
And it's like, okay.
But what mother would say, "Hey kids, we're going to see Poltergeist because you love Poltergeist."
The same fucking the same parent who took their kids to go see Daredevil. Deadpool, sorry.
And Revenant.
And Revenant, yeah.
But like, how could you? Kids are afraid of that crap. Like
sometimes they can be.
Poltergeist. Though. When you're a kid, whenever you say the words, when you say a poltergeist,
you know not to fuck with that one.
Exactly. I'm thinking, that ain't no friendly Casper.
What's a poltergeist? It's like a stronger ghost. I'm already scared of ghosts.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, I watched a lot of films I shouldn't have. Like, I watched Natural Born Killers. I watched Poltergeist. I watched a lot of horror things.
Yeah.
And I was terrified of them. I didn't understand a lot of bits, but I was terrified.
It was just creepy looking.
But as I grew older, it was like, okay, I'm not scared now.
Yeah.
But I know what I was.
I have a copy of like X-Men 2 on videos you can see up there in the station. But I remember I had to fast forward and look away because they have a trailer for Alien.
Oh.
And the trailer for Alien is so fucking scary that it took me so long. I was literally like head turned fast forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would miss the film because like, I'd be like, no, I'm not watching because that's a fucking scary trailer, and they don't even show nothing in there.
That's what I like. They just got a lot of music.
They show nothing. They just have the tone and they build it up, and you're like, you already know, you're Alien. You know there's gonna be alien in this film, but they don't show it.
That's
exactly.
And I never knew that as a kid because I never watched that trailer because I was like, I was watching that going.
Just when you hear that the siren come on.
Yeah. I think it was when I first watched it. The bit when I saw the cat backing away, I was like, "Where's that fucking?" But yeah, so this Pete Dragon trailer, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure right now it's making the Jungle Book look much better at this rate.
It's making it look better, but
even
I
if
still
it's
don't
by
care.
a fraction. Same with the BFG, which is Disney finally acquired that story, which I'd much rather Disney take all of Ronald Dow's books.
Yeah.
Rather than and also take Dr. Seuss's stuff because fucking hell, take it off Illumination for fuck's sake. Like, don't be stupid. Like, oh my god, the Lorax is like. I mean, the same people who made like Despicable Me and like they made the Lorax, and when you look at that film, I've never seen a misunderstanding of a book in my life. Like, holy crap! Did you just look at the pictures?
Yeah.
Like, holy crap!
Yeah.
You just looked at the pictures and had the one person. I always know there's always one guy. Whenever they go after a franchise, they always have one guy, and he's the only person who knows anything about it because they hire him and they go, "What's the Lorax about?" And they go, "Oh, it's about a kid who, he doesn't do something. It's about the environment." And they go, "Right, fine. Where's Taylor? Where's Taylor Swift? Get her to be the main role. Where's Danny DeVito? Where's
Jared Leto?
Yeah, where's Jared Leto?
And we need this soundtrack by Kanye West.
Yeah. We need those Life of Pablo beats.
Oh no.
We need that trap music for the
It
kids.
just sounds so weak when you say that. Oh, let's listen to some Life of Pablo. No.
It doesn't have as much like grasp as, let's say, his I believe 6th album being My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Now that's a nice.
Now that's a fucking album.
Why does that sound like a rip-off of the album by I can't remember who it's called now. I've seen them live like twice. Because their album is literally called like My Beautiful Dark Fantasy or something, and that came out in like 2008 or 2009. Like a long.
I think Kanye came out earlier. Didn't
that
it?
one came up. I think the album came up before.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
It did.
I mean, I could be getting the time.
Maybe that's
wrong.
why that album's also regarded as dark fantasy. Sometimes.
Possibly.
We'll look into that later
Yeah.
after we finish recording.
We'll investigate.
But yes,
So you don't have
So I
to.
can remember the lead singer is called Maria Brink of that band, so I'm remembering and checking it.
Okay. Next story you also have as well, Ace, and this is the bigger news next that maybe Kanye being a dipshit.
First of all, I'm going to start with something that I saw on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was a quote by you. Have you got the names at all?
No, I do not.
Okay. The project director of Pokemon.
Game Freak. Yeah.
And basically, what it was saying that I don't have the quote. All right. I'm going to put the quote in. Like, we'll put it in the thing, but it was something about the sun is shining and the moon is coming out, something like that.
Yeah.
And that happened in February 18th.
Yeah.
Then I think it was February 25th that there was the leak for the trademark of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
Which was a day before they kind of like announced the
Pokemon Direct.
Yes.
And on Pokemon Direct, they did a nice montage going through the ages of Pokemon.
Really sweet. I really
And
like
really
that.
well done.
It
I was so surprised. They got HD like vision on the Game Boy and stuff. I was really surprised by that.
And at the end, they start reviewing. It's like, and now it's like a new age for Pokemon. And they show a few screenshots of some like 3D.
I like the
models
fact
and
they
stuff.
didn't show too much.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're like, some snippets.
Yeah. And then they announced Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
Which was nice, and just for quick reference, when for people actually like looking at the tweet, if you don't know what it says in Japanese, according to what your translation one, the sun is still out, but the moon is big, bright and shining. The bird's also tweeting laughs.
Yeah.
That was the tweet accompanying in translation for that tweet.
And that was February 18th.
description. Yes.
So basically a week before we heard any news of Pokemon
Yes,
Sun
and
Moon.
before they announced the Pokemon Direct, which was just that short video for the most part.
They played us like a damn fiddle.
They did. Fiddlebuss, wait, that doesn't sound right.
I want to say something even more. You know, they revealed the Pokemon Magiana.
Magiana?
Yes.
If you look at the chest kind of area, it looks almost like a day-night chronometer. So where like there's a small moon symbol and a small sun, so it looks like it's going to change, like dependent on day or night.
Yeah, but then what about the other, the volcano one?
Oh, Volcanions are X and Y Pokemon. Yeah.
It seems like the next movie, which is involving around this new Pokemon, is going to be Cross X.
Yeah.
Cross
Volcanion, Magiana. Yeah.
Really, really nice. This director was just short and simple. Even the guy who's presenting, he did a nice reference to Satoru Iwata, which was really nice for him to do that. But I think now it gets to the point where it's like being the three Pokemon fans in the room. It's fucking speculation time.
Exactly.
What Gen 7? Come on, give me some hints.
I'm guessing instantly, Sorok and Lunatone are going to get Mega Evolutions.
Okay, a lot of people are saying that.
Obviously. Clefable as well.
Oh, yeah.
Something to do with the Moon and Sunstones. Yeah, I'm not sure. Possibly.
There has to be there have to be like 18 of those in the game at this rate. Deoxys, maybe? That thing comes from space?
I'm thinking Deoxys and possibly Jirachi also, Shooting Star Pokemon.
Exactly.
I will say, I'm speculating, team name for the villains, Team Astro.
And
Astro means space.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say the other one.
Team
another
Universe.
one, sorry.
Oh, no.
Team
Universe.
Wow, that's fucking broad.
I'm thinking of that.
Okay.
What next? Team MLG the best?
Or it would be like Team System, as in Team Solar System, but cut down.
Team Star.
Team
Galaxy.
I would like something a little bit more solar, so Team Jupiter, Team Mars. I'd like something more like that.
Team Galaxy,
or the higher ups is like Jupiter,
there was already
Mars,
Team
Venus.
Galactic.
Oh.
I mean, and if they're going to do one for each game like they're previously, Team Solar and Team Luna are obvious.
And then just make the higher ups the
definitely
planets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, John Mars.
Well, because Team Galactic already had characters named after planets.
No!
It already did,
Oh, yeah, they
yeah.
did.
You beat me, Game Freak.
Yeah. So, I mean, everyone forgets those games anyway, so, you know. No one really cares about 4th gen.
Oh, no.
Except for
Yes.
Hot Gold and Soft Silver, that's it.
It's true. That's
Oh,
be
no,
serious.
it's-
I don't like them games at all.
It's true.
I
I
kind
didn't
of
even
stopped
complete
playing
it.
around then.
I didn't even complete
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's still worth playing.
It's still, you'll collect it, it's nice.
Before we go into a few more of the speculation, some more exciting stuff, they also basically said that when the new games come out, and also with X and Y, at some point they'll be releasing in 9 languages.
Oh, yeah?
So the barrier between that will be broken, and you can also play in those languages as well. So essentially, when the game releases, it hopefully will get a worldwide release.
It
and it'll be
will
universal
get a
for everyone.
worldwide release.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like
So-
what I mean is
No, it's
because
nuts, though.
previous ones didn't
Yeah.
all the time, but now this time it's like you can go import it.
No,
I
last
think,
time, last one got
yeah.
it.
Yeah, the last time I went, but I said previous ones.
Oh, okay.
I think, was it X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? They had 7 languages.
Yeah.
And this one's, the 2 additional ones being Chinese, simplified in Chinese traditional.
Yes, which is very handy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the speculation, though, I thought it was very interesting. So obviously we saw like the wireframe of a bird Pokemon. So I imagine
That looked like Fletchling to me.
no,
No, it really, like, I thought they weren't giving away what Pokemon, so I thought it was just 3D model of
I
Fletchling.
don't think it's Fletching because its beak isn't the same.
I
Its
didn't
beak
look
is
too
like
closely.
curved like that.
Okay.
Fletching's beak is like more straight like that.
So I just looked for like half a second.
I'm
at that.
describing beaks with my mouth. That's why I'm a bit muffled. But it does link back to something. The most interesting thing I thought with the game, the screenshot, was the theme.
Yeah, okay.
And I've been looking at the screenshots, and a few of the key things you see are you see palm trees, you see water fountains, and the Pokemon Center itself looks like a hut, a resort hut.
Yeah.
And I
Oh.
think there's like a blue spot on it. It looks like a
Yeah.
swimming pool.
It seems very
To me.
tropical. That
Oh,
And
that's really nice.
and I'm really liking this theme. So
Yeah.
where it's going to be based, maybe Hawaii or something like that would be kind of
I'd
cool.
love it to be Hawaii. I mean,
Hawaii themed, I guess.
because they could just continue doing American stuff like Unova, and it'd be something like Florida or Miami or something.
Don't do Florida.
California.
I mean, and one of the more interesting things I thought was there's this screenshot where people are losing their shit over it, and it's an image of a car.
Oh
And
yeah,
people
yeah.
have deduced that there's a Blastoise in the back of that
Yeah.
car. So people are like,
Well, it's more of a truck, weren't it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more of a truck, and
Yeah.
people, and there's also one and there's another concept art which is very pixelated where you can see someone in the front seat, and then they got like 3 Pokemon in the back.
Ah.
So people are deducing, can you like just drive cars with your
That would
Pokemon
be
in the back?
amazing.
That's beast.
People speculated that maybe the one with the blasters in the back is like maybe that's a fire truck and you can
Yeah.
go around putting out fires or something. Because I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
he's got cannon on his
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
back.
Is there like I don't think there's going to be a new generation, is there? There's going to be a few
now-
Pokemon, but I doubt.
This wasn't added into the schedule, but I did read an interview with the guy who's the head, and he did talk, and he's talking a lot more about going back to the red and red and blue roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's emphasized blue more. He said
Okay.
definitely more blue, and he says he's taking it back to a simpler point. When questioned about like the characters, he said it's a bit jarring that they got so many Pokemon now and so
Yeah.
many moves. It's hard for them to keep track, and they say they also acknowledge the fact that people don't really like the fact that there's so much to take in, and people don't really like the idea of there being so many
600,
Pokemon
719
in a
I
game.
think.
So he's definitely putting the emphasis on taking it back,
Yeah.
simplifying it.
I think they should just get rid of most of the Pokemon from the last 3 generations.
Not-
I'd say get
not
rid of
deleting
most
them.
from Diamond and Pearl and Black and White.
I wouldn't say delete. If you're talking about
Not
just,
deleting.
No, not deleting, just
I meant,
not
like,
in
just-
the game.
that's fine, and you kind of saw that with X and Y as well,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
the roster was smaller and they gave you a lot of the older Pokemon.
Yes.
I think, here's my predicament, I think there will only be like 20 new Pokemon.
Something like
Okay.
that, yeah.
I think there's going to be 20 Pokemon, the rest is just like old school. I also think
okay.
as an addition, I think they will give you, once again, they will give you an old school starter as well,
Yeah.
but I think they will give you like more than 3 to choose from the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah, yeah.
I think they will go,
Oh.
do you want the new Pokemon or do you want like Blastoise, Squirtle, Bulbasaur? I think they will do that,
That would be cool.
and they will
Yeah.
sprinkle the rest throughout.
I really, really hope you could travel across regions in this new game. Everyone's been wanting
Yeah.
it.
If they're simplifying
Doubt
it, that's.
but like
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this, but it's
Yeah.
Endgame. You have to
Yeah.
think about it.
I mean,
That's
Endgame, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'd want for Endgame? If
What?
they do something like the World Tournament from Black and White 2, but not necessarily just have gym leaders and champions, like have random special trainers, like some of the ones that were in Diamond and Pearl, actually.
some cameo guys would
Like
be nice.
Cheryl and, was it Myra or something? And those kind of people, Buck. They were just random trainers that you met.
I think this game is going to be a nice homage to Pokemon. I think
Yeah.
because this game is releasing this year, and I think games most likely coming out in November. Most of them come out in November anyway.
Yeah.
But
Also, I have an interesting. Oh, wait, you say first. Sorry. Oh.
yeah, I was just gonna say, I think this game is really. I think it's gonna be a really nice callback to.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a nice callback to like Red and Blue.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be like everything you loved from Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whether that just be the Pokemon,
Yeah.
whether that be hey, that's the gym leader from this. Or I
Yeah.
really hope that they make this game longer and they just improve on everything that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire did right, because that game was fantastic.
That was
Okay.
brilliant game.
That was like blown away by that remake.
I was so blown away by like how the battle scenes. How they
Oh,
animated
yeah,
it and
yeah.
And the
created
fact that it was
so
also technically a
perfect.
sequel as well in some sense,
Yeah, it
because
was.
like time had moved on since the
Yeah.
beginning. They homaged the original game by going, hey, that mold that wasn't finished in the previous game,
Yeah.
it's done now, here you go.
I love that.
But something that I thought that they could do at some point in Pokemon, which they haven't done yet, is that you get the choice in the male or the female player character.
Yeah.
Well, whatever one you choose, the other one is like a companion for your character.
Yeah.
So you can travel through the world with them, and you can choose if you want to go switch around which one you want as the main person.
That would
so
that
they
would
each have their own
that
six
would
Pokemon.
link with the whole truck idea, because I have a feeling this game's gonna be fucking big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Exactly.
feeling this is going to be like they're really going on about this car, but I have a feeling
Yeah.
that they're gonna do something with this. I hope it's not just a thrown out concept. I really hope it's not just.
I think it's.
I think it's going to be something, because
okay,
there's
yeah.
2 images of it,
Yeah.
and they're variations. I mean, I think it's going to be the case of cross country travel. Oh, I got to travel real far to get to the next town. Oh, look, there's a Pokemon off in the distance. Drive into it.
Yeah. I mean, the possibility, like, it's a bigger world and there are more gyms, but you can choose which gyms you want to battle. I mean,
Older.
yeah.
That's always
That'd be
been
nice.
like
A little bit of Zelda
I mean,
in there.
Something that I've always thought is that depending on how many badges you have, the gyms, like gym leaders, would have different Pokemon. So it's like you have 1 badge, then they'll have like level 18s or something. 5 badges, then they'll have even higher.
And I'd like it if they depending on your starter Pokemon,
Yeah.
it like alters the teams of the gym leaders, and like what you said about it, I would like it if you complete one gym, like
Yeah.
the first one, it scales up the others.
Yeah.
Complete a second one, no particular order, just reads
Yeah.
that you got one badge, two badges, something
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
It would be cool. I'm definitely very interested in this game. Obviously, I was going to be regardless.
Yeah,
But, it's a main series, but this is the 7th gen. I can't wait to see the new Pokemon and all the other stuff and all that. I think people can't wait for that Korokoro
Oh
next
yeah,
month.
yeah.
Because it's going to be all over there. But I guess the only other thing to bring up is, like, is Z going to happen?
Well, considering they said nothing about it, that's the weird part. I mean, even though it's like, you know, what was it? The Pokemon series at the moment.
Yeah.
It was Pokemon X and Y, and now it's Pokemon X, Y, and Z.
Mm.
So it's kind of like, what's going on?
But even then, the anime is going to lead straight into the one with the volcano
Yeah,
Pokemon and the
Volcano.
newest one.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to go straight, within the movie, it's going to go from X, Y, and Z to Sun and Moon,
I mean,
presumably.
Far out theory, but could you imagine if Pokemon Sun and Moon is like a sequel to X and Y?
I don't think it is, honestly.
Like, as in, you might be able to visit that after. I'm not saying, like, it's a possibility.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I would like to see them do something like that. I mean, one thing I really love from Emerald is the fact that you can rematch the gym leaders.
Yes.
And I really hope that they do that. Either rematch the gym leaders, or you beat the Elite Four. Guess what? You got a fucking another island. Get over there and beat 8 more.
So in X and Y, you can battle with the gym leaders multiple times if you go to the.
But there wasn't like,
in the Battle Chateau.
But it was like, there was more like graft to it. It was more like
Yeah.
you have to do it. In a sense, it was like in X and Y, it was like, oh, you can just do it if you want. You know?
Yeah.
I hope they like after you. So I hope there's more on Endgame, because
Yeah,
most of
more
Endgame
post-game.
is usually just okay. You complete the game, you can scale up your Pokemon
Yeah.
and go fight Elite Four again or stuff like that. I don't like the Endgame in these Pokemon games. They've been improving, but it's always been pretty dull.
I mean, X and Y had its detective story, which I really enjoyed.
That was really good. Yes.
Obviously, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had Delta.
Yeah.
Emerald had the Battle Island,
Yeah.
the Battle Isles and Battle Frontier.
Fire Red, Leaf Green, they had the Serpy Isles.
Serpy Isles,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But like, imagine like it would be cool if you beat the Elite Four. They changed gym leaders after that.
yeah,
or stuff
imagine.
like
I
that.
guess. Oh,
They
I've been
changed
bested. Here comes Here comes my replacement. I
And
think it's
then-
like, isn't it like 3 or 4 times you beat it and then you have to replace or something like that?
What, in the originals? Or?
In some canon within Pokemon, isn't it like once a gym leader's beaten a certain amount of times they have to change?
I have no clue if that's an actual thing.
I remember reading that they have to, like, if
Okay.
they're beaten a certain amount of times, that
Really?
they have
So-
to, because they are essentially,
Yeah.
they're not just fighting to stop you from,
Yeah.
progressing, they're also fighting for
Because
their
they're the
respect.
champion.
Yeah, respective of
That
like a
bug
character.
trainer you met at level 1 becomes a gym leader. He's
But-
training all that time. That would
Yes.
be cool if you could rematch them types of things.
He's your secret rival.
Yeah.
He watched you like fucking destroy these beetle.
No,
beetle.
no. It's Joey and his Rattata. He's coming back.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes back with that level like.
Imagine if he actually came back as a gym leader.
That would be cool. The Elite Four champion.
Yeah,
Level
with a
100 Raticate. No, just a Rattata.
No, his Raticate is called Rattata. So he still calls it Rattata.
That's true.
Oh, gosh.
But something I thought is like going with that the different champions. If before that there's a tournament thing, whoever wins the tournament gets to fight a champion, and you could have a whole graph of like if this trainer wins, then and this trainer's the champion, then this trainer will win and take over.
Yeah.
So a kind of grid, but if it's someone else, then they won't win. That other person stays champion,
Good stuff.
and then it'll be different champions dependent.
My last kind of sentiment on this whole situation is this is going to be a road trip game.
Yeah,
I really hope it's going to be like that. Get some like bumpkin South music playing, and then we're
Oh,
good.
that would be cool. The
Um,
Pokemon radio.
Fear and loathing in Pokemon.
I guess. Yeah. God.
Hitting
that
that
would be funny.
casino in Pokemon again.
Your main character turns around and it's like it's Zubat country.
I got addicted to that by ciphers in the Pokemon Red and White and Blue.
Did you?
Yeah. I wanted that cipher in it. Everyone
the
wanted
Safari
a
Zone.
cipher.
Yeah.
So you
Ciphers.
didn't bother with the Safari Zone because that took too long, but you
No,
just
Safari
bang
Zone
out.
was easy.
I always just banged out the casino.
Ah, right,
to get
yeah.
Cypher, but you can buy them.
If you had the other game, you couldn't. You had to buy Pinsir.
Oh yeah, that was the weird thing.
Pinsir had one-hit KO moves though, so he was OP.
Fucking hell.
So broken.
Yeah.
GG.
All right, sticking kind of with the whole sentiment of anniversary and I guess celebrating those, and I guess what we want from said situations like that, we move on to our main discussion, which is basically 2016, the year of anniversaries, what we want from these franchises. You're gonna listen up, guys. Not you. I'm talking about the guys who own the franchises themselves.
Okay, I'll
This is
nod off
what
then.
your fans want. So we talked about Pokemon, and I don't think there is, other than Z, there isn't really anything else we really want. Obviously, Pokken tournaments coming out,
Yeah.
new game, Z maybe. I think I'm content if that is
Yeah.
all they do. Really.
I'd like at least a console version on like the Wii U or the NX or whatever. That's at least like Colosseum or XD. That's the only other
it
wish.
would be
I have.
on NX if anything.
But that's my only wish, considering everything else they're doing this year.
Cool. So, I didn't really put this in too much of a monthly order, but let's just start with Sonic. Sonic is going to be celebrating his 25th anniversary this year. Sonic, just in case you don't know, 1991, 23rd of June. So, any thoughts on what should be released? Now, I will say real quick that Sega has hinted at something to do with the 25th anniversary, which is why it's here.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing it might be a
Of
game
course,
or a
they have
collection.
to.
I know what they should do.
Mhm.
They should release a good game.
I think that goes for all three of us. Anything other than that?
2.5D kind of game. So it's the 2D thing with 3D graphics, different playable characters, possibly Sonic, Knuckles, whatever, like optional you can do. Possibly a story that doesn't have Eggman as the villain without it being someone stupid like Mephiles or whoever the hell he was.
Mephiles.
Yeah, the like Shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
06?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Waste man.
Yeah, I was recently watching a funny playthrough of that, so that's why he's in the head.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that. Because the 2.5D one, keep it fast.
Mhm.
That could be good.
Ferret, do you have anything on Sonic? Yeah, I mean,
Just make it 2D again. Just make a good 2D platformer Sonic. That'd be fun.
okay.
That's all I want. I don't want no elaborate fucking.
You don't want no Final Fantasy intro for it.
Exactly. I don't want no Final Fantasy intro. I don't want to have to climb up walls as Knuckles trying to find fucking crystals or whatever he had to find.
Oh, is that Sonic Boom?
That was Sonic Adventures 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it was an amazing game, just I couldn't play it again.
Best soundtrack, hands down.
I couldn't play it again because of those. Every other level apart from Sonic and Shadow, I hated it. Every other character because they made it so crap. Especially Knuckles and that stupid girl. Rogue, that's it.
Rouge.
Rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She as a character doesn't make sense because it's like that's a bat.
Yeah, she should fly, shouldn't she?
Yeah,
I wonder why you're fast. You can fucking fly.
everyone looks like an animal except for her. She looks like she's stuck in between.
Yeah.
She looks like.
Ooh, Sonic doesn't look like a hedgehog. He
He
looks
does. He has the hair of a hedgehog.
But the whole rest of him,
Yes, but
he
his
looks like a
original
hybrid.
concept looks
he's
more
blue.
like
Exactly.
his original concept looks more like a hedgehog because
Oh
No.
yeah, I liked his original one.
they
the
removed
smaller.
more because you have to remember his original one had way more spikes on his back and his
And-
tail was more prominent.
Knuckles does not look like an echidna.
No, he does not.
No,
Exactly.
I was just
Beast.
defending Sonic
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Mate, he's hench. What
Yeah.
the hell? That's
But I'd like the Return of the Chaotix. I like those.
Like just the Return or a Chaotix game.
To be honest, either. If it's a good game and it's got them, then I'll be happy.
That's because Hector's an underrated character. That's why. Hector. Crocodile.
Vector.
What?
Yeah.
Hector's whatever. My essentially wish list would be that I want a game like Sonic Generations, but better.
Yeah.
Like put more effort in it, put more levels in it, remove a bit more of the story. Just literally go, hey, we just remade a bunch of stories,
just
levels.
focus on the gameplay.
Because the good thing about when Generations came out, it was good, but
Yeah.
it could have been a bit more. A lot of people went and remade levels for the game within PC. Just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't just limit it to one game per. I guess per level within the
Yeah.
game. Do 3 from Sonic 1. Do 3 from Sonic. Just go all out.
0 from Sonic 06.
Yeah, like put more than one level of Sonic CD in it, because you only did like one level, and it was literally one level, and you only play as like classic Sonic, and it was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like this is Stardust Speedway, and there's only one level. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, I would kill for a remake of Metallic Madness in a Sonic game, because, jeez.
Also, make Metal Sonic a playable character. He's the best Sonic character.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, he should get more. He doesn't get too many roles in too many games for the most part, which is a bit of a shame.
In the comics, there's a Metal Sonic called Shard at the moment, who's like a good guy. I don't know if it's in the comics at the moment or if it already happened or something, but yeah.
Okay.
Those Sonic characters all look the same.
Well, yeah, they have the same designer. That's why.
And then it gets confusing when their powers is like Silver. He's exactly like Sonic, but he's got psychic powers, and it's like, really? Just make him super fast.
I don't like how they get powers and stuff now.
Exactly.
It's a bit too like, whoa, okay,
That's when
calm down, Avengers.
Exactly.
That's when it started to fall apart when Silver got involved. But then,
If he was just a silver hedgehog that runs super fast, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
but then they created characters like Blaze the Cat, and then you play Sonic Rush, and you're like, holy shit, why was this not on the console? This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because Blaze is an awesome character. She's the only new good character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a cat that like fucking sets herself on fire and shit. And she runs in heels.
Hence the name.
See,
Yes.
I thought she was called Blaze because she had water powers.
I thought she was Blaze because she smoked joints all day.
Blaze
it up.
Blaze it.
Alright, moving on to the next one. Mother 3 is going to be celebrating its 10th anniversary. Now, already they have hinted at the fact that we will be getting a digital release of it,
Finally.
only on the Wii U in this country.
Oh.
Thoughts on... I think we can expand it to the whole of Earthbound and Mother as well. I think me and Ace have already said what we want, but I think
Yeah.
we'll say it again. I will start...
Physical release of all 3 games.
Physical release of all 3 games, and the other thing I want is just confirm Mother 3 and 4.
Yeah, you know that's never gonna happen.
Well, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Every year they've had one re-release
True.
Yeah.
on the 3DS.
True. But I just feel like,
Or even if you like remake it so they all have the same graphics or something, because the first one's graphics,
Yeah,
they don't
were.
hold up.
Oh yeah, the first one doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Earthbound looks
Yeah,
fantastic,
it
and
does.
I do like the fact that it's been getting more popular because of
Yeah.
Undertale.
Oh yeah.
Earthbound 2 looks incredible.
Oh yeah, same with
Yeah.
3. 3 is like
all of them.
you look at 3 and you're like, why did you only release this on the
Yeah.
Game Boy in limited print in this country? Are you? No wonder no one knows about this
Yeah.
When I
franchise.
first saw them games, I thought they were made recently, like in the, after 2000 types.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you think because
So I think I played it when I was 10 first time, and I was like, what is this magic?
we have topics like we talked about this where like you look at some games from the past and they look better than games now.
Yeah.
I'd still think Silent Hill 2 is one of the best looking games of all time, and there's games that can't even fucking touch it.
Yeah.
It's that good. Same with Silent Hill 3 looks like a little bit better, but it's like there's like certain scenes, certain stuff, and especially the one cutscene that looks better than most cutscenes in
Yeah.
games nowadays, and you're like,
It's true.
you should have just given up then. You should have just left it PS2 forever. If you can't top PS2,
Crisis doesn't hold a candle. to Silent
well,
Hill 2.
no, because Crisis is style of a substance, really.
Yep.
It's
yeah,
like,
that's it.
Crisis is just it look pretty, but it has
Exactly.
nothing. It's like, ugh. But yeah, please give me that physical release. Just put it on a 3DS, physical,
Yeah.
one cartridge.
Oh, yeah.
Just
All
do
3
it.
games, and just have the nice menu where you can choose which one.
Yeah, exactly.
Most likely it'll be a digital, I think.
But they only put it on the Wii U, and it's like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, they're not gonna put it on the Wii or anything like that.
They are. They put like the first one and the third one on the Wii U. Well,
The Wii, the original Wii.
No, the Wii U. It's just like
Could you imagine if they're actually planning on doing a new Earthbound game for the NX?
I don't think they are, to be
Okay.
honest, because I hate to say it, I don't think they would put it on there. I think they would put it on the 3DS still,
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be better.
because they
in
haven't
my
touched
opinion.
it.
Well, considering they've been saying that the NX is like going to be some sort of mix of like portable and console.
I'm gonna put my DS in it. Load
Well,
it.
yeah,
I don't know why I thought that. I was just like,
Imagine if the
DS.
controller is essentially like the Wii U gamepad but smaller, and you can just take it with you and play the game there instead.
that'd be cool. I
Probably
like
what
that.
it
I
is.
like the idea of how you could just pick up the Wii and just
You want to watch something? Sure, let me just play a game on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that. Even though I hated it when Monster Hunter didn't have it on it, first of all.
It's kind of dumb.
Yeah. But it does have it now, of course. But when it
Yes,
first came
they
out.
need to just do something with Earthbound because this is ridiculous. I mean, it's Earthbound, F-Zero, and Metroid that they've just done
Yeah.
absolutely nothing with, and I don't know. I think F-Zero is pretty much dead.
Oh, it's
I
gone.
mean,
that
they've
Because there's that other game coming out that's essentially...
they've basically said
Fuck
no,
off.
we're not
Yeah.
doing it ever again. He is, for all intents and purposes, a fighter. It's
Somehow.
like, Metroid.
Nah.
I
They
don't.
they come out once in a blue moon.
Well, then we're expecting the next one in the next 4 years. Then.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be reset because they got that weird multiplayer one on the 3DS. So once that one comes out, that's another 10 years. Do we have to wait? And then they'll probably do a sequel to that one.
And they'll just become sports games.
Retro has been just too busy mastering Donkey Kong Country, which is good. But I think now it's time that someone make Metroid because
I think they should do a Captain N game. I keep saying it because like with Captain N, it's essentially you could do a platformer, but going into all the different Nintendo worlds. So you could essentially go into a Metroid world or in a Mario world or something like that.
not a Mega Man world though because
No,
Mega Man's fucking
obviously
dead.
not Mega Man, unless Nintendo gets the rights to him somehow. But
I'm pretty sure. No, Capcom will probably give it to them because they'll be like, "We ain't doing shit."
yeah, so a Captain N game, it'd be essentially be the platformer version of Smash.
To some extent, but I don't think they will because he's not like. He doesn't unfortunately fall under their canon because then you could say, oh yeah, the Nintendo Entertainment cereal, that can be in Smash. It's like,
Not necessarily.
he unfortunately falls into the same line, unfortunately. As much as seeing Captain N would be great, I don't think they would do that. I mean,
give him like Rob as like a sidekick.
no, here's the thing. If they do Captain N before they do any of those three, Riot.
Yeah,
Like, right.
it's true.
If there's a Captain N game and no Earthbound, no F-Zero, no Metroid, that's it.
Yeah.
Riot. The studio's going down.
Especially if they go into one of those worlds. People will get pissed.
People were pissed when they had that Wii U world and there was a Metroid stage and there was an F-Zero stage and it's like,
Yeah.
Nintendo,
Player with fire.
what are you doing? Why is Ripley on the main menu?
Yeah.
Nintendo. Nintendo, are you listening? Oh, that's right, they're not because where's Fate?
Yeah.
Next, Star Trek will be celebrating its 50th anniversary, originally released in 1966 on the 8th of September, not the only thing to be released in the 60s. Any plans? I'm looking at you two because I don't care about Star Trek.
I want there to be a good movie. And I want the series to be good.
You do realise Beyond's coming out, right?
I know. And that's why I'm laughing as I'm saying this. But I want it to be good. I need some good hard sci-fi, not the low soft fantasy of Star Wars.
Star Wars is weak.
I do like Star Trek. I thought the movies were pretty good, the first two. I enjoyed myself.
Oh, are you talking about the original like motion picture and the second to that, or?
Well, I enjoyed them a lot more than the
Okay.
recent. But I also meant the recent as well. I quite liked them. They have a sort of niceness to them.
Except for Beyond. Wait. I don't know. What's the second one?
I
Into
think-
Darkness.
Yeah,
Darkness,
Darkness, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Into Darkness a lot,
Oh.
actually.
AK, the remake of
Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan.
Even though I know
Yeah.
why people are pissed, of course. I know why. I'm
That's
a
the
Star Trek
worst. The
fan,
secret
yeah.
remake is the worst. Hence why I don't like Ghostbusters, the new one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't like
It's
secret
just
remakes.
Starbucks. What's it called? Ghostbusters Go Edition.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Ghostbusters Starbucks edition.
I can see that being a promotion of Starbucks. It's a shame, but luckily after the third we'll be able to talk about Ghostbusters.
I'm
So-
calling Bill Murray cameo.
It's already been confirmed,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's confirmed. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
The only person they couldn't get back was obviously anyone who's dead and
Yeah.
and Rick
Well, they could have
Moranis.
brought the ghost.
They could, exactly, it's Ghostbusters.
No, that would be
No, I'm joking.
fucking
I'm
disrespectful
joking.
as
Do
shit.
it in CG.
No, they shouldn't
Hey!
even do that.
No.
They shouldn't even do that, especially with the
No.
fact that they're dealing with ghosts. That'd be
They
fucking
shouldn't.
messed up.
But yeah, because
I can feel the ghost of that guy. That would be a piss.
I can feel the ghost of an ex-Ghostbuster.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be disgusting.
I know it would.
Calling. More than Rosie O'Donnell's face.
Did you have anything you wanted to add for the Star Trek anniversary?
Yeah, don't know what I'm singing. I'm singing like an Inuit song.
Oh no.
No? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Batman, the TV series starring Adam West, is celebrating its 50th anniversary, obviously in 1996 again, 12th of January. What do we want for arguably the best Batman, Adam West?
I have two things that I'm going to say, but I'm going to say that actually the best Batman is Kevin Conroy. So you're kind of wrong there. Adam West's second best.
If it weren't for him, then Zack Snyder wouldn't be fucking it up then, would it?
True. Let's go. Two ideas. One, a Batman 66 animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good.
Obviously, it could be going off of the comic book series.
Yes, which is
And
a
you can
really
get-
good read, by the way, guys.
You can get Adam West and Burt Ward to do the voices.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't be able to get Yvonne Craig to do Batgirl, unfortunately.
Rest in
But-
peace.
You could actually get some stars that were going to appear, like Clint Eastwood as Two-Face, because that was an original idea, and they did that in the comics.
Nice.
They used his appearance for Two-Face. So you could do that. Another idea could be an expansion joke episode for Arkham Knight, based on the Batman 66, considering the costume and the vehicle already in there.
I'm surprised they haven't already done that, but then again,
Exactly.
this is Warner
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah, and then you could even do a joke thing, which basically every time you punch, there's that little like bam pow
Oh,
just
that'd be
above the
great.
head.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be great, but I have a feeling Warner Brothers won't do that.
They
because
won't do
They're
that.
like, what is this colour?
Exactly.
It needs to be
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why is this outfit grey and blue?
Yeah.
They got it wrong. I'm pretty sure whoever released the complete collection of that series had to fucking fight Warner Brothers for that, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they had
Yeah.
that locked away
Yeah.
tight. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, those are the ideas I have for the Batman 66 show.
Cool. Ferret, do you have any ideas you'd like to share?
They should recast George Clooney again and make another movie about that.
I'm pretty sure it'd be better than fucking this.
It will be probably. But no, it's really the same. What Ace was saying.
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
pretty
that.
much nailed it. I didn't really have anything other than just do something for it. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if it's just Adam West and Burt just being like, hey, let's talk about our favorite episodes and
Well,
a 2-hour special. You know what I mean?
there's kind of that already. It's called Return to the Batcave, which
Oh,
I have.
yes.
I have that on DVD if you want to borrow it. At all.
Cool. Something.
Yeah.
They need to do something with it. Definitely something. Next, Zelda's celebrating its 30th anniversary, being released in 1986, the 21st of February being the first game on the NES. My main thing, I just basically want them to release the new one and
Yes.
keep it on the Wii U.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Oh yes.
Don't.
Exactly.
I know they've already said they are, but don't announce
Wait, what?
anything else.
Wait, they're
Because the
planning to.
NX.
The NX, like people
Oh,
are worried
yeah.
that they're going to move it to NX, but they've said no, it's Wii U. Just
No.
release it this year.
Yeah.
Keep it on there. Don't do no Twilight Princess. We're going to release it on there. No,
Yeah.
keep it on there. You need this,
Yes.
Nintendo. You need this. Keep it there, and then you can do, and then don't fuck up the timeline anymore. That's all I can ask for, really.
Yeah.
They should make a Majora's Mask sequel. That would be fucking cool.
I would love to see the masks come back in some way because I
Yes.
love that mechanic.
That's what I meant by a sequel. I mean, like, not just because you can't really
Yeah.
make a sequel for Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, it's all over the place.
Because it's the final game.
I want there to be a mask theme. I'm just talking shit. I think I should just play Majora's Mask. I'm just going to play Majora's Mask.
Alright, he's gone. He's playing Majora's Mask now.
No, I just want the new Legend of Zelda to be released this year. It's like what Raccoon said. Yeah.
Ace, do you have anything for Zelda?
Same thing with the game being released for the Wii U.
Mhm.
I'd also had the thing of maybe because they said they're doing a series, didn't they, for Zelda?
Television series for
Yeah.
Netflix, I believe, yes.
A
Yeah.
television series,
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Netflix.
What?
Yeah,
It's
I think
early
it's
stages.
Isn't it cartoon or?
I think so, yeah.
It's not
Live
like
action.
that. Yeah.
Nasty.
I was gonna say maybe they could also do some other stuff like a little mini movie based on the first game, like the original game.
Mm-hmm.
So you add a little bit story there, But
It's not going to feel
No.
right with listening to Link talk.
yeah, exactly.
You
That's
probably-
the
And
only
you
problem.
can't have him silent. It would never work.
Almost everyone who is Link is silent for the most part.
Yeah.
Even the other Links, and Linkle doesn't really speak that much.
No, it's become a distinctive trait of Zelda. Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things of the voice is going to piss off some and others will accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, do you remember the original cartoon?
Oh yeah.
Which was the guy's got a funny voice.
Tango.
Jeez.
It's gonna be something like that.
No, thank you.
I want to hear someone say like a Zelda TV show where they say Dodongo now.
And I love how Link's a fucking arsehole in that.
Both of them are. They're both as bad as each other.
That's true.
They're a bunch of shitheads doing nothing. Oh, I lost the Triforce. Oops. That's basically the show. That's what it came down to.
I think we should just compile that as a TV show and just watch that.
Doing
We
a
need
bridge.
to watch it, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, I smell the video. And the final one being Resident Evil's 20th anniversary, first being released in 1996 on the 18th of January.
Cancel Umbrella Corps.
I am not being as harsh. I'm saying release that game, but you need to do something more. That's all I ask is you don't just do this. Like, either announce Resident Evil 6 or just do something.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. See, because I just deleted it from my brain. As far as I know, there's 5 games.
I was about to correct you, then I realised you probably actually just forgot about it.
Unless you
pushed
just
it from
added
your mind.
0 in front, so it counted to 6 to you.
0.6, yeah. Resident Evil 0. I don't care. I don't know. Do Resident Evil 5.5.
Yeah.
What happens after Resident Evil 5?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's fill in the gaps before, shit went down in that game. Because
We'll probably do another Revelations. Which
Well, considering
so
Revelations
soon?
2.
Yeah, I don't know about so soon. I don't know the ending of Revelations 2.
But
I
can barely remember it.
But I don't think they need to do something. I mean, they've already said they're going to be doing more re-releases. We already know that they've released 0, Remake. They're going to be
Remaking
2, but I don't expect to see anything
anyone else
this year.
gets sick of remakes now?
I am, but then again, look at the PS4.
Yeah.
It's like 60%.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
fucking piss poor, man. Come on.
It is. I mean,
And-
considering my collection, I've got like 8 games or something. At least 1 or 2 of them are remakes. So, yeah.
But yeah, just Umbrella Corps looks like it's going to be a hilarious mess. So I can't wait to see all the glitches in that game. I want to see which is going to be bad, like Operation Raccoon City of this game.
Well, Operation Raccoon City had a story. It wasn't a good story,
No,
but it
wasn't.
had a story. So that's kind of better already.
That is the most hilarious game.
It is pretty damn
You can
funny.
only play that game with people.
Yeah.
If you play it on your own, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
If you play it with people, you can see the stupidness of it.
Like, you're basically getting drunk off the stupidity.
That game was too funny. How I won every round.
Oh,
Because no one was playing. Like, when it was capture the objective and I was the only one doing it and everyone else was just killing each other. It's like, what? Everyone's just getting excited to go kill each other in capture the flag.
True.
Meanwhile, I'm getting on the chopper and they got one of the dumbest things where you can get on the chopper to leave. And when you get on it, you just stay there, and you can still view the rest of.
Oh my
you have a POV vision, and if you got 5 minutes on the clock, that's 5 minutes. You can't get off.
That's
You're just gonna
amazing.
sit there like, yeah, chopper's gonna leave soon before the bomb's gonna go off in like 5 minutes. It's like makes no
That's
sense.
too funny.
It is.
But
Well, I mean, considering how Capcom handled the Mega Man anniversary, I'm not looking at good things
That
for
was
Resident Evil.
terrible.
no, I don't.
Because wasn't that just a series of cancellations?
They just said,
Yeah.
happy anniversary. Nothing.
Well, they did legitimize the Mega Man vs Street Fighter fan game
Yeah,
and made it official.
which is depressing.
That is
That's
crazy.
really depressing how people were more excited for a fan-made game and Capcom went, oh, we didn't do jack shit for it, so let's just publish this.
Yeah.
I love the laziness. Fucking hell.
So I'm not expecting good things from Capcom there, but I'm gonna say cancel Umbrella Corps.
Now that Street Fighter 5 is out, they got nothing.
Yeah,
it's
well,
true.
considering Street Fighter 5,
I mean, that's going to be their milking franchise for the rest of the year, but
No.
even then it's like...
have you seen how piss poor that is?
I have. I was, just on a quick tangent, shocked
Yeah.
Like, I understood. I knew this was going to be a bare minimum game, vanilla, because they're going to do Super and Ultra, and then they're going to be DLC. But I was like,
they said that they weren't going to do that.
But the fact that they've given people even less than Street Fighter 4 is crazy. Like, even Killer Instinct gives you more, and that game is fucking free.
Yeah.
That game is free, and that game gives you all the stages and one character to play with. That is way more than that game has given.
It's terrible.
It's literally an early access game that people are paying full
It's a
price
demo,
for.
yeah. I mean, at least with Street Fighter 4, the original, you could say, you go to the stages and the characters. Okay, just Raccoon here. Now, unfortunately, we lost the end of the podcast, and you didn't really miss that much other than me talking about the new email address we have for the podcast and channel, but that's about it, and it'll be in the description. So, we'll see you hopefully on episode 32. Laters. That window needs to be shut a bit more.
We don't want that weird thing crying out again. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was like a we thought it was like a hench duck or something.
Yeah, it's like imagine a 20-foot tall duck.
A bumbo ducky.
But I mean, it's fucking weird.
Oh, that'd be great.
It was strange.
It was like something out of a James Cameron movie.
That's Avatar 2.
Oh,
The rubber duck.
Avatar 2. That's shit. It's coming out in. I don't know why they're making it. It's coming out in like 3 years or something. Who cares?
Because he
by
thinks
then?
Avatar is his Star Wars.
Oh, that's true. He's trying to make a
He didn't
franchise
make
now.
a good film first. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's all shit.
Yeah.
Just overpriced. Overpriced.
In
Over
3D.
and 3D. Yeah.
Alright, ready to do this?
Yeah.
Cool, alright.